Alright, so I finally entered a trade this week. Just wanted to make a quick little video going over the trade I took, which was a short from this 786 right up here above the value area high. Just want to go over how I entered that trade and some signs I saw that gave me more confidence in this trade once we came up for this little retest here. And then maybe just go over some of my next targets for support or resistance if we end up pumping up. So in my video yesterday, I went over basically how I like to establish these ranges and how I like to find key levels inside of these ranges. And basically, it just comes down to marking out the highs and the lows of a range, taking the volume of a range, looking at the volume levels, maybe pulling some fib retracements to look for confluence around some of these key volume levels, like the value area high and low. And so basically, I had this area marked out right above this value area high. We had confluence with the golden pocket and 786 of this fib pull. So I had that area marked out, and we ended up, pumping up there last night. And so when I got the alert that we were crossing the value area high, I checked market cipher, and what I saw when we came right up to that 786, even though it was pretty slight, we did see the bearish divergences as we came up to that level. And if you look on the 3-minute, you can see that the money flow was actually trending down slightly. You can see that this wave back here was slightly higher, and this was when price was much lower, so we did form a bit of a divergence with the money flow as well. And so when I saw that we were getting a rejection from that 786, I decided to take a short there. Even though they weren't the strongest confirmations, my confirmations were still met. We saw bearish divergences with the momentum waves and money flow. As we came into a key level, I put my stop right above that last wick. And right off the bat, we got a nice little move here. It was about 0.7% move. I was able to hit take profit 1 down here, lock in this trade basically. But I decided to keep my stop loss above this last wick because, this right here has happened to me a lot where, I'll lock in a trade, I'll put my stop loss right at my entry, and then price will come up, wick me out. I'm sure a lot of people got wicked out right here that, did that exact same thing. And, then price just keeps on trending in the direction. So what I decided to do is just keep my stop loss there. I already took some profits out, so I still had less risk on the table than I started with, because, I was keeping the same stop loss, but now I have a little bit of realized profit. So I was willing to keep my stop loss up there. And, it was a little scary as we were pumping up here. I thought I was going to end up getting stopped out here. But that is when I pulled up coinalyze.net and I started looking at the CVD and the order flow. And what I saw actually gave me confidence to stay in this trade. In fact, I was thinking about adding to the trade, but I wasn't really looking to take on that much more risk. I had already limited my risk by taking profits down here. I didn't really want to add on any more risk, but if I had added to my position based off of, these confirmations, it would have been the right move. So what did we see as we came up for that retest there? We saw some bearish CVD divergence, some potential absorption of long positions. We saw the CVD and the open interest both increasing. I hate these little buttons at the bottom. I wish you could just remove them because I don't use them and they just get in my way. But anyways, we saw CVD and open interest both increasing here, showing that people were opening new long positions here. In fact, people were opening more longs here than they were right over here, as shown by the increase of CVD. But the price was putting in a lower high, showing that potentially we have a large player building up a large short limit order and absorbing all of these market long orders. And again, even though I saw this, I wasn't 100% sure that, that was the case. Like I said, I didn't add to my position because I thought it was still possible that we just blow through this level, right? Because if price just pumps up, makes a new high, then that CVD absorption is basically invalidated because price is doing what the data says it should be doing. If more people are longing, then you would expect it to make a higher high. But we didn't end up doing that. That ended up being, another local top, and I still had a lot of my position left open, which, ended up being a nice little trade here. I took some profits out down at these lows at about a 2% move. And yeah, I was able to ride a short trade pretty much from the top of the range, now almost down to the bottom of the range. And I still am holding out for some of these levels at the bottom of the range. I think we could get there. In fact, these are some levels I may be looking to long if we see some confirmations at these levels, just like what we saw up here. Well, not just like, I guess it'd be inverse, but you know what I mean? If we see the confirmations at these levels, then I may be looking to take a long there. This first level right here is the value area low. It is also the golden pocket from the low of the range up to basically the high of the range. Actually, I pulled it up to this wick right here because we put in this high after this low. So yeah, almost to the high of the range, but we have a golden pocket sitting right at that value area low. So that's some pretty nice confluence right there. And then right below it, right about 16,300, we have some more confluence with this daily level and the 786 of that same fib. And we also have a wick right here, which we front ran the 786 a little bit. So if we end up working our way down here, we could take out that wick quickly, sort of swing failure pattern that wick. And, maybe that can give us a nice little bounce. So those are the, local areas of support that I'm watching right now. Also, the low of the range right down here at like 16,100 is going to be another significant level. As for targets to the upside, we may find some more resistance up at these highs. We've been finding resistance up in this area, but the real juicy levels I'm going to be watching is right up here at the highs of the range. I think I have this level marked out. Yep. So this area is a golden pocket, a value area high, an NDPOC, and a 6-hour level. Let me see if that NDPOC is still valid. I think it is, because it doesn't look like we've hit it. Okay, yeah, we do have an NDPOC right around this area. Sometimes they like to move around a little bit, but right in this area, we have a NDPOC. So this is some nice confluence right up here around the highs of the range too. So if we make our way up here, we could take out this wick, come up to, this area of resistance, maybe come back down into the range. So that is going to be a level I'm going to be looking for confirmations at. Also, we have a daily level at 17,500. And then the really juicy level is probably going to be up at these highs of this wick, right around 18,100 to like 18,500, 400-ish. These are probably going to be the main areas of resistance I'm going to be watching. And, hopefully if we work our way down to some of these supports, maybe I can grab a long from some of these levels. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to go over, I think. Just want to make a quick little update. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. I really appreciate the support, and I'll see you all in my next one. Peace.